So just to prove that we do fix things, it's a little tractor. So we got the little tractor going a month ago, or 3 weeks ago. We got all the filters for it. We changed the oil a million times. What it needed was a new filter, a new air filter, and a new fuel filter. So we haven't started it in a month, and it has got a parasitic battery drain. I know that of some description, and I forgot to take the battery terminal off. So we've got to put a kill switch on it for the man and the guard back on the side. So we're going to go crack the little tractor off and, well, scooch it in here. That's the plan anyway. Bet this seat's going to be hot. Oh, I'm wearing a pair of shorts. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. That can only be 3,355 million degrees, can't it? No, it's absolutely blimey, that's very hot. That is definitely very hot. Shouldn't need much of the heat starts today. Look at that! Straight up! So fairly quick on the servicey front on the little Izeki, because when we got it going the other day, the oil was like black tar. So I put some oil through it, then I've put some flushing oil through it, hooked all the gook out of the system, and then I've changed the oil again afterwards. So what I need to do now is fit a new filter, which is this, and I can't find me posh filter pliers have disappeared somewhere, so this will do. Yes, look at that, beautiful. I'll just give this one a bit of a lubricating on the end before we chuck it in, because it is grim. That's that. One box down, so we've got a new fuel filter element in here as well while we're at it. We'll just let that run while we quickly swap it over so we don't have to bleed the whole thing again. Go in that box just there. Yeah. It'll take about 2 seconds. Out you come, he said. 2 seconds, it would do. Hello! Little diddly fuel filter is fitted. Air filter is out. The old one wasn't too horrific, but a bit of a birthday for the old girl. That'll do it, and then you have to remember to put the air filter back. So the dusty bit is, as it says, top. Top, that's the top. So where do we sit on here? I think we're about there, aren't we? Yeah. That'll do it. That back on there, that back on there. Of course, hot today. It's about 30 degrees here, which with British humidity is not very pleasant. I've even had to get my shorts and my legs out. Get these pipes refitted properly. So I've got a little strap band across the top because you can't change the air filter without undoing it. Not the best of ideas, Izeki. Right. Like the simplest thing to service ever, really. So all I've got to do now is fit an ignition shut-off switch. But I have a feeling that the alternator may not be charging, which might be another thing that we need to sort out, which might explain why it goes flat all the time. Ta-da. So quick tap on the alternator just to free the brushes up, and she's away and charging. So we'll let that run a bit, charge his battery up, and then we'll put an ignition shutdown on it here somewhere and just put the other guard back on the side. Sorry for the broken bits of footage, I keep getting phoned up and interrupted by people. So this thing, it is charging, but it does seem to have a, if you leave it forever, the battery drains. Now I can assume that some in here can't be much. Simplest way out of it, they don't use it very much, is one of these little ignition shut-off switches. So if we had one of those floating around, so basically I need to put this in there. So I knew it's drilling a hole in the dash, but it's never going to come back out again. So I'm going to drill a couple more little 10 mils to hold it in, obviously from this side, so I don't have to go around making holes. I've bollard with a Christmas tree bit, big hole in the middle. What are we, 10? Oh, we could go one up from that, couldn't we? You'll be the one. Yes. One there. There for the other. Yup. Take this out, and then obviously we'll fit this on the inside when we're done. We've burnt the way through because I appear to have blunted me drill bit. Chart me drill bits when I get 5 minutes. Right. So you can put this as just basically a line break. So the idea I'm going to go for is putting it on the, let me go and get a spanner. Putting it on the negative side. It comes down through here, there's quite a lot of cable. So what I'm going to do is cut the cable in half, hammer some joiners on it. So we'll put some of these little beggars in line, chop the cable, give us enough to go from here to there, from there to there, to here, to there, to here. I need that. They might do it. I might have to go and get the big pair. Just try and work it out, because we've got a bit of spare there, so I reckon about there. Back of that. Quah. Do with the bigger sack, we'll cut it in bits. Look at that. So, what sort of depth have we got there? Not like that. There is a posh tool for compressing these, but ours at the moment has died and the new one hasn't turned up, so I'm going to go for the hammer fitment version of. So wedge it in there, because basically this isn't obviously tiny little engine, tiny little battery. We're not dragging thousands and thousands of amps down this, so as long as we get squished up well enough, like so. Wedge you in there, have a bit more squishing. Get that off of there with a dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Let's have one more squish. Alright, squished on there, and then one squished on here. Now you can fill these up with solder and all sorts, but this will do for this. That'll give us 2 perfectly serviceable terminals. Going to need a 17mm socket, which is over here. No, that one underneath. Cheers, buddy. Let's just get you tightened up about the back. And then we pop that out through there, like so. Oh, I've just got 2 10mm nuts and bolts to go on it. And that gives it a nice, simple, easy ignition shutdown. So, 2 10mm bolts. We'll put some nylocks on the back of them, because otherwise all the vibrations, they'll fall off. So one through there. I can get around the back to get that on. Yes, I can. And another one tucked in here. Right, there's a little rubbery thing that will probably soon fall off, but once this is in, so that gives you your ignition on, and then obviously your dash lights and your bits. What it would do if I put the battery terminal back on. So, because before they were just unhooking the battery every time. I mean, we could spend a couple of hours finding the parasitic drain, but that's not what they've asked us to do. So, so we will do what we're told. And basically, that's the ignition cable done. So that's on. And then we should have, hopefully, if the battery has charged up at all, which it hasn't, put the battery on charge, and then that's a new ignition shut off. We take that with them. Means that once that's gone and that's gone, makes it twice as difficult for kids to mess around with it, or someone to wander off with it. Perfect. So the last missing piece of the puzzle, this turned up about a week or so after the tractor, which is the guard that's been off of it forever. So we're going to get chucking that back on here. Keeps fingers and stuff safe. We're going to need some, I've got some nice short little bolts, but we're going to need some washers. I'll sort that a second. There's some poor little Japanese people rolling around because I'm fitting, admittedly, 13mm bolts, or 13mm headed bolts. If anyone knows anything about the Japanese, they don't like putting 13mm headed bolts on things. Everything's a 12, but we're going to have to go with what we've got because they don't like it, because it's unlucky. washers have got jubbled up. Let's have some. 2 of those on the bottom, stop her leaping off. So 1 there. There's 1 more here. Oh, there's 2 more here. We'll have to go find another one. I just got it in the end. Well, farther ahead than I thought for. Yes, yes. Right one, yes. Right. That, for a bit of tightening up, will do it. Oh, perfect. One thing I'm going to do quickly that is offending me is just bend the fuel filter back straight, because it's obviously taken a wallop at some time in its life, and it is listing quite badly to one side. So a bit of quick leverage. That's better. Right, done.